Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.
Yes, people, you heard that right. We teamed up with Rocket Mobile to make the mobile phone plan for football fans in the UK. It's £16 a month for unlimited data, unlimited calls, unlimited text, and 20 gigs to use a month in the EU whenever you go abroad on holiday. So if you're a football fan going to an away game, if it's summer or it's Easter holiday or something like that, you can use your data for free, all for just £16 a month, plus perks, content, and other prizes as soon as you make that switch. So either scan the QR code on the right-hand side of your screen, bottom right-hand side, or if you're watching on YouTube at the end of the video, head to the description. There's a link there to learn more about the fantastic deal that's going on. And someone's got even possibly a slightly more fantastic deal, and that's Bukayo Saka, who's just signed, or is due to sign, a 5-year contract worth a total of £78 million with Arsenal. And today, on my right-hand side, to react to the news, I've got Laurie. How are you?
I'm good. I've got to say, the way that intro was mad, man.
Smooth, wasn't it?
You said all that smooth. You didn't even come up for air, and yet you just nailed it.
It's
super
almost
impressive.
like I do it every single day. And I'm finally actually not stuttering over
You've
my
got
words as well,
you've
haven't
got
I?
much better at it. I'm
He
very
has.
proud
Yeah.
of
I
you.
think I'm
Very
doing
proud
well.
of you. That was smooth, and the segue into the Saka deal was also very good. So
It was pretty decent,
I
wasn't it?
call you out quite a lot, but that was good. Well done.
That was very
That
good.
was
Thank
good.
you, thank you.
Maybe
thank you.
your contract
part of the
situation might be getting reviewed.
part of the DR Sports Academy setup, I think I am. Maybe it's the best way to describe it. But yeah, so obviously that's like the easy news to talk about to start with is Bukayo Saka, because obviously he's not having the world's greatest season.
Definitely
but,
not.
But obviously we've seen how good he can be at the past and how good he's in England and stuff. But a 5-year contract, he is, I believe the report says that he is now going to be the highest paid player at Arsenal. Do you think that's valid? On the right decision, considering obviously that he's not club captain or anything?
I can see why that deal has happened. I mean, obviously he's not getting rewarded for what he's done this season. It's been for his effort since he's been at the club, and he's been at the club since he's a kid. He's obviously seen as one of the players that's going to carry Arsenal forward into the next generation as well. So the club will be built around players like Saka. And listen, he's a great player. And I know I'm always pulling you about the word great, but he's potentially a great player. And he epitomises the club. And I would also say that I don't begrudge players like this the size of their contracts and money, because they're only one injury away from oblivion, really, aren't they? Let's be honest. So, yeah, well done to him. Congratulations.
Yeah, so the details are, BBC Sport, Sami Mokbel is the one that broke the news. He says, sources told BBC Sport that the agreement will make Saka the club's best paid player on wages in excess of £300,000 a week, which at the moment feels like the barrier for big players, doesn't it? Like £300,000. That's like kind of Bruno Fernandes. That's what he's on. I think. Oh, well, Haaland's obviously on more than that. But like £300,000 feels like a threshold at the moment that you only offer. Yeah. You only offer to players that you feel are the best of the best.
I'll tell you who else will be happy with that: the tax man, because they're probably going to get half of that, aren't they?
Yeah, it'll be about.
I somehow think that probably they've all got a few offshore accounts.
You know what?
If I had to wager a bet on football,
you know what's actually so funny was I happened to be looking into this last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, funnily enough, just about like how footballers get paid, and so clubs are legally required to register them as PAYE. So they can't have, so no matter what, it will go through like pay as you earn HMRC stuff. So the actual base contract for that does, and then for image rights and stuff, that can then go through LLCs, limited companies and stuff instead.
Yeah,
so
the
actual base,
they'll be as happy as Saka.
Yeah, so basically, Bukayo Saka's committing £150,000 a week to HMRC, of which I've had to deal with a lot recently. Obviously, end of January.
Yeah, tough.
Honestly, me and Kim had about a 20-minute rant about it yesterday in the office.
Honestly, don't even get me started. Don't get me started when there's potholes everywhere on the taxis. Fix the roads.
Yeah. Oh, on Hornsey Road on the way down here, it's outrageous. So many stuff. Yeah.
Outrageous.
Do you think, Abby? Do you think it's worth? So Saka, obviously, he's committed He's what, 24 now? I want to say, yeah, 24.
Can't
So
believe
this
he's
is a
only 24.
contract until he's 29 years old. So that's
Yeah.
like heading into the peak years of his career. Is it the right decision from Arsenal's perspective to make him the highest paid player?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, Bukayo Saka carried Arsenal on his back for a lot of years. Same way he has done for England. The fact that he's only 24 still is actually crazy.
Isn't it? It feels like he's been around forever.
Crazy. I feel like he has.
17-year-old Saka, was it in the Europa League, playing at left back, Saka?
It's mad.
It's like Frankfurt or something.
He's been around for such a long time, and he's been pivotal in terms of what Arsenal have built. Obviously, this season has been great for him in terms of numbers and output, but that team has been built around him for a lot of these years. He's been so, like I said, pivotal in what they've tried to build. And even when Arsenal were struggling and they weren't where they are now, he was that star boy. He was that key player. So I think that there comes, you've got to invest and reward these players.
And he is the future, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he's the present and he's the future. And he was also the past in terms of the last, kind of 5-6 seasons. So I don't really have an issue with him being rewarded for his loyalty for Arsenal, because I'm sure there's plenty of clubs, when Arsenal was still finishing 8th and they were going through this rebuild early doors, that definitely would have loved to have signed
down,
him.
to be fair to
Yeah,
him.
he was. So, look, money in football is crazy, obviously. That's another whole debate, whether or not people are worth 300 grand a week plus. But I think in terms of Arsenal offering that contract, I'm not shocked at all. It's securing his future to the club. And, it's just saying that he ain't going anywhere. Not that I think that anyone thought he would have.
Makes a lot of
anyway.
sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Does this deal, like, this is a fun question, does this deal end his tag as kind of star boy at Arsenal now, and he's just turning into just one of their best and key players? Because star boy we tend to use for younger players, right? Like, kind of like maybe like 21, 22.
I think
They're
he'll
coming
always
through
be
and they're
star
big
boy,
stars.
though, no? I mean, that's a question
Star
for
boy,
Laurie,
but
not
like,
for me.
because for example, like you bought Declan Rice when he was 24, I want to say, right? He's about 24 years old.
Yeah.
But he's now 27, main man in the team, and this Saka contract, I'm not detracting him saying he's not star boy level player at all. Obviously, I do think he is, and I think he will have. He's not had world's greatest last 2 seasons, but it's not like he's not going to get better. But I feel like when you hit 24, 25, and you're now handed this like kind of star player level contract.
Yeah. There's definitely some truth to what you say. And like I said, with this deal, you're looking to carry him into the future. He's going to be a player which the club will build around and on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, Saka, what can I say that hasn't already been said? He's a fantastic player, a really good person, carries himself really well. I mean, he's in that leadership group. He often captains a team in the absence of Odegaard. So, yeah, he's been seen as one of the players that will lead Arsenal into the future. And the future, let's be honest, should be quite bright.
I think like the future at Arsenal is now, isn't it? I know it's a really like kind of
We're entering
a real
into that
cliche phase.
Yeah.
It's like the future is what you were talking about a couple of years ago when you were building under Arteta and buying Saliba at 19, Saka was 22, and Declan Rice at 24. But I feel like the future at Arsenal is now currently this, and I do think at the same time, Saka, like they've handed Saka this massive contract, he does have to pay the club back.
Oh yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of responsibility.
Because I've seen it so many times at United, for example, where Luke Shaw's in the form of his life. We hand him a new contract, and his form completely dips and dies. Same with Marcus Rashford. Same with Anthony Martial. Like Rashford would be unbelievable, get his new contract, and the next season he'd have a massive drop off. That was the big gripe around Marcus Rashford, for example. Obviously, there being a lot of parallels between Rashford and Saka. Academy players, both wingers, both England, like crucial for England as well in the last 4 or 5 years or whatever. So I think Saka does have to back it up now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
huge
responsibility
show of faith
that comes with it. But I would back him to come through that. And the reason why I say that is if you look at how he carries himself, his professionalism, the way he conducts himself both on and off the pitch, then you couldn't ask for a better.
He's a good
professional.
representative of the club for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So I absolutely think that it won't be for the want of trying. He will do his best to live up to that, and I'm sure he will. And the other important thing to add to that is that, speaking as an Arsenal fan, I'm hopeful that if we do win the league this season, which I firmly think that we will, we could be about, and I don't want to sound too presumptuous here, enter into a phase where Arsenal could create a bit of a dynasty. And let's be honest, if that does happen, then players like Saka will be at the forefront of that. And I think that this deal kind of speaks to a lot of what Arsenal are seeking to achieve.
Yeah, I hear it. I mean, yeah, I think there's not too much else to say about the Saka deal because it's not been announced yet, but like he signed it. It's happening. I'm sure there'll be an announcement either tonight or tomorrow morning or something ahead of the Wolves game. But across the other side of North London, the 1500s is back with the Tudor period.
Honestly,
I've not seen. Okay, I know you said plenty about this, obviously across the last two things, but I've not seen you since because the last
have
I
I
saw
not
you.
seen you?
No,
I've seen you Wednesday.
not since Tudor was announced.
Oh, I've not seen you since Tudor.
No,
was
yeah, well,
announced,
yeah,
no.
but you came on the day that Thomas Frank was
honestly,
sacked.
I haven't really got much to say. I don't really know anything about the guy, apart from the fact that, look, X said it best yesterday. He is Antonio because that is what we think that he is. From anything I've read, in terms of the way he sets up, he quite likes a high line, but he likes a back three. I've read that apparently it's quite Conte-esque but more chaotic. So it looks like we're getting a hybrid. We're getting a hybrid of Ange and Antonio Conte. What that translates to, couldn't tell you. We've got about 12 fit players. Cool. Do I fancy us with a back three? I don't even know if we haven't even got 3 players to put there. Because Danso's still out. Romero's out. Obviously suspended. So I genuinely, I couldn't tell you what this looks like. I couldn't tell you how we're going to set up. I couldn't tell you how we're going to play. It's a lot of hit and hope for me, in honesty. Like, I don't know if you wanted more information out of me when it comes to Darius to Tudor.
Yeah, to Darius to Tudor.
Darius to Tudor is a cold line. Like, it's
Fuad,
also farcical.
Fuad cooked with that one, I think.
He did. It's incredibly farcical what's obviously going on at this football club. But I have to be honest, like, last week was such a traumatic week and it was such a draining week, and I was so tired by the time it got to the weekend. All I felt I'd done is talk. And I get that's my job.
I was about to say, it's almost like you're paid to.
I had literally just feel like I was so sick of my own voice and so sick of repeating the same stuff on every single channel. And then I finally finished work on Friday. I went to the gym and I thought, well, they'll probably announce it over the weekend. And then it was like, here we go, Tudor alert. And I was like, I just can't go. I'll just have a gym session in peace. And then I was like, what on earth is this? Who is this? Why? Why have you done this? So I don't know. Apparently he goes into clubs and he sets off all right. He hits the ground running early on and then it goes to...
It's just till the end of the season, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are
you a bit gutted that Big H isn't in the dugout?
Look, that was my pick, and I think that there was a lot of people that also agreed with my pick. Lots of people that didn't agree because they think he's 78. As far as I'm concerned, at 78, if you can still make your way to Cheltenham, you can still manage a football team. As far as I'm concerned, it wouldn't just be on him. He'd obviously have a lot of other coaching staff with him.
Yeah.
You know, I felt I wanted Harry because of all the reasons I said. I think that you've got to have Tottenham people in Tottenham. We're in a very, very bad situation, and I think that we needed that little bit of energy to come with it. The club have obviously gone in a different direction to what I suggested. Let's see if they're correct in this decision. If not, we'll be talking from the Championship. And I would also say it's a big shout. It's a big shout doing this. And I read something else the other day that Fabio Paratici wanted Igor Tudor in the summer. And the club said, no, we're going to go for Thomas Frank. Then Paratici said that we should sack Thomas Frank in around November, December time. The club said no. Paratici subsequently left. Then, of course, they then go sack Thomas Frank. And then they hire the man that Paratici wanted in the summer. So if you needed to know anything about this football club and how comical it is, look no further than that.
Yeah. Tottenham Hotspur coming soon to Disney Plus.
It's insane. But yeah, I really don't have, I have nothing to go on. I have no evidence. I mean, I could go back and watch some, Hellas Verona games, or I could go and watch some Juventus clips, but I'm kind of over watching clips of players or this or that. Like, my own eye test will tell me, and when I see the team sheet.
What happens in the North London derby,
I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what this team looks like. I don't know who's back. We would have had 12 days off by the time that we get to that derby. I think potentially Porro could be back, but apart from that, everyone else is on long-term injuries.
Apparently, he's known as the firefighter. This guy, and I'm looking at he's done this type of thing before, where he's come in and saved clubs from relegation, etc., etc. But he is, from what I can see, highly regarded. I mean, he's got quite a varied CV. He's been at Juventus, Lazio, Marseille, Hellas Verona, as you alluded to,
Been sacked.
Udinese, Galatasaray,
Hey, look,
Hajduk split. So he's been round the.
He's
been
basically
round
been
the-
sacked from every single one.
But most managers get
Yeah,
sacked
but with
sooner
it
or
not
later.
like he doesn't stay in places particularly long.
No.
I did read it out on yesterday's show. And look, I don't want to be negative because I don't really have anything to go off here. I'm trying to be positive. I'll get behind him. Whatever. He's got my full support. He can't be any worse, surely, than Thomas Frank. But I think that the ultimate bottom line is that Tottenham have left it extremely late. Tottenham should have sacked Thomas Frank. I would have sacked him after the derby, but fine, he didn't. I think there was more than enough evidence to
took too
suggest
long, yeah.
that he should be sacked at least before Christmas, like the
To be
Fulham
fair,
games
though,
or the
clubs
Forest
always
games.
want to be seen to give the manager a chance.
Yeah, but I also think that this board isn't completely incompetent and they do not know if they're coming or going or what they're doing. And I think also since Daniel Levy is no longer in charge there is, from what I know, a big power struggles going on inside the club. It's not a good place to be because everyone wants to be top dog. And, you know, I am very critical of Daniel Levy in the way that this team have underperformed when it comes on the pitch and the recruitment and the medical team and the staff, etc. in that sense. But what I would say is that he obviously did keep things running in a particular way. And from what I know, it ain't running in a way. It is apparently chaotic in there.
I don't think it's running. I think hobbling might be the better
Look,
word.
there's, like I've said, I ain't even going to go into
Falling.
it.
I
There's
think a change of management was needed. It got
It
to
was.
the
But
point.
Are
it-
you
oh,
are you
massively.
feeling a bit
was just too
better
late.
though about the North London derby now? Because I know that obviously, because when we talked about this last week and Harry Redknapp was the name circling, you were worried.
I didn't
feel-
want Harry. I didn't
Do you
want
do you
Harry.
feel heading into that game? Obviously, like in terms of Spurs, that's the only thing that really would affect Arsenal is literally when you play them in this weekend. This weekend,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Do you now feel a lot better going into that game?
Well, listen, we don't want Spurs to have any new manager bounce. I would have felt far more confident if Thomas Frank was in charge. No disrespect to Thomas Frank, but the way things were going, I could not have seen a world where Arsenal didn't beat
Nah.
Tottenham with Frank in charge. And we know that because we'd have slapped them 4-1 with Thomas Frank in charge. Definitely didn't want Harry, because one thing about Harry, I knew straight away that he would have galvanised, got everybody, you know,
Yeah,
on the same tune, singing the same notes.
which
But
is why
I've
I
l-
wanted him.
Yeah, and I can understand
Easy
why that
wins.
would be the case. But I've done a little digging into this Igor Tudor guy. I've seen that his style of play is described as extreme physical intensity, aggressive man-to-man marking, and direct vertical attacks. Now, if you think about that, that is the type of style that Arsenal have struggled with on occasions this season. So if he does bring that to Tottenham, I mean, it's going to take him a while to...
But this is
Establishes
going to be a
the-
game where I feel like he's going to look at it and go, it's like I was saying when United first appointed Carrick, just crack on and do something.
Yeah, it's a
fun.
bit of a free hit
Yeah.
for Tudor.
Like
It
they're
is.
like
No,
they're,
Tottenham don't have any more free hits.
No, for
Tottenham-
him, though, it will.
No,
It's
but
not.
as in
It's
the way
not.
of like,
And I'll tell you
No?
why it's not a free hit.
okay,
Firstly, it's not a free hit because if we lose this game, the atmosphere, you know, we will be up for it on Sunday and it will be very supportive and it should be a cauldron because, again, you're coming to town. We've got a new manager. We've got 12 games to save ourselves and it has to be that. Everyone, whether or not we like the appointment or not, everyone has to be in the same direction, pulling for the same thing. So that stadium has got to be the 12th man, right? If we go 1-0 down early or if we lose that game, again, it will be riots because it's going to be like, again, you've gone with the wrong manager. Why have you done that? You should have got this one. You should have got that one. Why have you done it? He's got no Premier League experience, yada, yada, yada. So again, he don't have no free hits. It don't matter that you're
Actually,
top of the
maybe
league.
you're right. Maybe not a free hit.
He
but
don't
would
have
you-
a free hit. This
he's got a
club,
little bit of
Laurie,
wiggle room.
no, he don't. This club
wiggle
don't.
room?
No, none. This club does not have any wiggle room. You have got to win. You have not won this year. I don't care if it's you lot. You have got to win. You've got to start acting like a proper football team because we will go down. We are 5 points off relegation. Okay. And once we get in that, if we fall into that zone, it is a dark, dark, dark day.
so this is what I just want.
They
to bring
do
up
not
is
have a
this-
free hit from
this-
here on
this
out.
Weekend,
They're pissed
West
about
Ham-
all season.
West Ham are hosting Bournemouth this weekend on the Saturday, and then Forest are hosting Liverpool just a couple hours before. Then you host Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
In terms, so you'll be playing knowing what
West Ham
happens
could be
in
2
those
points
other
behind
games.
us.
Exactly, yeah. And
Yeah.
even if Forest lose, Forest remain 2 points behind you. So it could be by the time we get to North London derby, West Ham are 2 points off the relegation zone. Which is so to be fair. Now the more
You mean West
say
Ham are
that,
2 points behind? We're 2
so
points.
Spurs are
off
2
us,
points off the relegation
No,
zone.
I'm
yeah.
just thinking that, let's be honest, Tudor coming into Tottenham at this stage in the season, I don't think he's expected to win that game.
Nah,
let's
he
be
is.
honest.
I'm telling you,
Really?
he's expected to.
What, beating Arsenal top of the table?
I expect him to be. I expect him to win that game.
You expect Tottenham to win?
I expect him
Really?
to win.
As in,
that
like, so score prediction wise, you're
I
going
will-
with the
I will
Spurs.
back
So
Tottenham.
anything less than a win is not acceptable.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Laurie. We don't really win at home. So I would take a point at this current situation because we've got to start picking up some points. So of course I would rather have a point than no points. But my expectation, my own personal thing, injuries aside, I don't give a toss. You need to win this game. I am not here
So
for
no
you
pressure
lose.
then.
This club appointed this man.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, but what I'm saying, to be fair though, he does. Let's say the worst
I've got
case
no
scenario
patience
for
for it.
Spurs fans, he doesn't come up successful against Arsenal. But there is still 11 games to go, and you're not going to be playing Arsenal
You've got to set
every
the
week.
tone. Got to set the
We
tone.
are, you know,
You've got to set
top
the
of
tone.
the table for a reason.
I don't care. You've got to set the tone. You are not going to have Arsenal come to your home, especially after what happened at the Emirates and how pathetic and spineless that was. You are not going to have them come to us and roll over.
What
It
if he
ain't
loses
happening.
in a really tight, hard-fought competitive game?
Maybe I'll
just
feel.
comes up
Maybe
short.
I'll feel different. But
Yeah.
as it stands, I've got no patience anymore for when it comes to this team, this board, nothing.
I must
My
admit
thing
though,
is
the
you've got to-
timing
you've got to
for
start.
Arsenal is not good.
No,
man,
the timing
honestly.
isn't good, and I would
Not for us.
I
It's not
and
good.
I said to you last week, if we had Harry, for example, because I know how together that would have been, I would have felt confident, and not because I don't think that you can beat us. You could beat us any day of the week, but just you coming to us and changing the narrative of what kind of our performances are at home.
I was worried about Harry.
Yeah, I felt that. With this guy, again, I don't know how he plays. I don't know what this team's going to look like. And I appreciate we've got a lot of injuries. And I don't know what team it is other than what it picks. It kind of picks itself, you know, at this point, because we haven't got the options.
Yeah.
I did hear him speak on Sky. There are other channels available, of course. But yeah, I heard him speak, and he does come across as quite impressive.
I'm not
actually.
interested in him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I
can't lie.
literally-
So did Ruben Amorim.
I'm not.
Like,
I really am not interested.
No, but he does
in,
come across as quite an assertive individual.
He
He
can
comes
be.
across as
Look.
somebody who knows the game. I mean,
Yeah.
he used to play at a high level as well.
Sure.
He's well-rounded as a manager. He's been to a number of clubs in different
Yeah.
countries. He's not a scrub.
No, I'm not saying
It's
he's
not
a
a
scrub,
scrub.
but I'm just got no interest in him. You're not a long-term thing for me. You're here to do one job, which is to win games and keep us up. I've got no interest in being
But what
invested
if
in
he
you. I've
keeps
got
you
no.
up
No,
and does
not
so in a
interested.
manner similar to what
Not interested.
Carrick's
Not
done?
I don't
interested.
think that's happening.
Not interested.
How
There's
do
only
you
one.
know?
Not interested.
Huh?
How do you know?
I don't think Spurs have the facilities to do that. We have a full squad available of, with all due respect, I think also a much better squad. Like the reason we're good at the moment is our attackers. We've got really reliable and good
Yeah.
attackers. Spurs
Well,
don't have.
Richarlison might
Spurs
be
have
back
good
as well.
attackers on their
I've
day. Players who
noticed,
can do
noticed-
very
They're
well.
all- they're all injured.
I've noticed in recent days this man's been sticking out his chest a lot.
No, he's not sticking out his chest, but obviously
No,
United.
I back
also,
what I
sorry,
say.
also United have had one game a week. You know, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything
it's a totally
goes
different
our way. Like
situation.
Michael Carrick has so many things going his way
Yeah.
that allows him to get 13 and
But
15.
I just wanted to call something out because at 8263 it said I'm doing too much. If he don't win, are you sacking him? I'm not sacking anyone. I'm not sacking anyone. They've made this decision. He's there,
again,
but
Robbie.
we don't have wiggle room. So I expect them
I
to
think
win.
you've got a little bit more
don't
wiggle
have
room than
wiggle
you
room.
think. You got
Laurie-
there's 12 games as we speak right now.
I'll tell you what.
Hang on,
They have
hang
5
on.
points worth of.
They've
wiggle room,
got 12
which is a
games
lot.
left. That's 36 points up for grabs. And if you win
If buts maybe
7 out of 12,
we've got to play.
you're probably going to stay up.
I think we've got Wolves left. We've got Forest left. We've got to go to Liverpool. We've got to go to Chelsea. It's dark.
But I would say Arsenal
We don't. If we, you've got to pick
are
up points.
the best team you're
I
going to
don't
play.
care. We got to pick up points at home. This is a home game. I don't care who you are. I know that we don't travel well to Anfield. We never do. We never ever travel well to Chelsea. Who knows? Maybe these things will change. But I'm saying home form. Our form home is disgusting. It's actually repulsive. You know, we've had 2 wins all season, and I think it's 4. It was 4 in the whole calendar year last year.
I don't think you're going down.
I can't be in a
They're 3
situation where
worse
this gets
teams.
worse. So for me,
Wolves and Burnley are gone, and there's 8 another.
yeah, but they might be 2 points behind, Laurie.
Yeah, but I think over 12 games, I think.
But also,
you have
like I'm
enough-
saying to you, look at what we're dealing with injury wise. I could have used that as an excuse the entire season. I barely used it. In all honesty, look at what we're dealing with. So for me, at home, that's where your form needs to change, especially because we haven't been awful. We have been awful in terms of performances, but results-wise, we've been better away from home. Your form at home, that needs to feel like a fortress on Sunday.
No, I agree.
And in terms of getting a confidence boost, nothing will boost your confidence by getting a result against Arsenal.
Against your local rivals.
Exactly. And like I said, if we come out with a point, we come out with a point. But you must not lose that game. You better not lose that game. And that's not even from a pride thing at this point. Pride aside, whatever. We shouldn't even have any pride after that performance in November, right? This is solely now for me. The performances from here are all or nothing, because you do not want, and it's on the players, because even they can definitely hold a lot of blame for what's happened to us as well. But what I would say is what happens next in the next 12 games is as much on the board as it is on those players. And I said it last week, blood, sweat, tears. I don't want to even see you be walking off that pitch. You better be crawling.
You know what?
Crawling.
You need to give the team talk.
I agree. I just should be in charge.
I love that.
I should be in charge.
I'd be on the touchline. Who'd be your assistant manager?
Oh, X, obviously.
X
Can you
assistant
imagine
manager.
me, X and Fuad?
Yeah.
And
You
Toad.
X and Fuad, head of head of the attacking
Actually,
line.
I don't even know if I'm putting Fuad in this, because Fuad rode out for Thomas Frank. So Fuad.
So you
with love, my
you on the
babes.
touchline. You got X as your assistant manager. You got any ideas? Coaches?
I want Tottenham
Attacking
people
coach,
back in
midfield,
Tottenham.
defensive
So,
coach.
if I could have anyone in the world,
Yeah, or anyone you know.
I've got a really good friend of mine. His name's Stu,
Okay.
and I would probably put Stu in it. 'Cause Stu again rang me as soon as the Tudor thing got announced, just to have a deep, meaningful conversation about the whole thing. He's
2 hour
literally
FaceTime
Tottenham
type
through.
thing.
He's like Tottenham through and through and through.
You could
I'd have
probably
him
get
in
a
there.
better tune out of them than Thomas Frank was
I'm
getting.
telling you, they should have given me the job, because I would like such a rocket up their arses. I really would. I would tell them so much about themselves.
I'd love to see you rip into Cristiano Romero. To be fair, that would be beautiful.
Am I right in thinking that last season Mikel Arteta allowed one of the cameramen or somebody extraneous to the team anyway to give a team talk?
Honestly,
before
that
one
sounds
of
like
the games?
Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, it does.
Like he was, what was it? He was like hiring RAF pilots or something
It
to
sounds
help
the
him
most
like
Arsenal
increase his.
thing.
That's so Arsenal.
He hired pickpockets at one event. they had.
Yeah,
Yeah, pickpockets.
Keep-
But yeah, he
keep them
did-
alert.
Vigilant or something.
He allowed
That
somebody,
worked last season,
a cameraman or someone like that, loose associated with the club, to give a team talk before one.
I'd love
Not
to.
the team talk, but to address the players anyway.
So
I reckon. Actually, no, I don't want you to do that because we want to beat you.
Did you feel that my team talk just now was
It was very inspiring, I must admit. Churchillian almost.
really?
Made me want to get up and
Go to war. Into them,
Yeah.
into them, Tottenham.
All that needs to happen is you just put, is Paulinia available?
I think Palini's
You just got to put a big tackle in minute 1. Conor Gallagher's got to
But
just
do you know what? It's things like that.
press
It's like
Gabrielle for some reason and just see what happens.
into them, but not in the way that you're into them when we play Chelsea, because then someone gets a red. Into them, but use your nugget.
Yeah.
Be
hear it.
smart.
I hear it.
Don't do
actually,
stupid things.
he actually used words to that effect. He said, with my teams, what I want him to do is I want him to be intense, I want him to be brave,
Yeah.
but it's got to be intelligent.
Intelligent.
He actually said that.
And like when you look at someone like Romero, who likes to be like that, use your brain.
gotta use
We
your
can
brain.
do that. No problem with that. We're all for a bit of that. Love a little bit of niggle and a little bit
I
of something
think the
in
one
it.
advantage you would have over Arsenal is I think you can rage bait them. Pretty much almost like
do
in the
that all
first
the
like
time,
20
don't we?
minutes or something. Like that will be the way to try and make it a more even playing field.
I can always tell with Tottenham in the first
4 seconds.
literally.
Yeah.
I can usually tell within the first 30 seconds, maybe that's even being kind and generous, whether or not Tottenham are up for it.
Yeah.
They're very telling, And this one, I do think the atmosphere will be unbelievable.
Oh, it's going to be
gonna
one
be
hell
I
of
think
a
it'll be
game.
I am
unbelievable.
so locked in and seated for this.
Whatever happens, like I said, you do.
That
not
is
lose
going to
this
be a
game.
cauldron next week.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great fun.
Going to Spurs, and I've been to Spurs a few times, trust me, that is not an easy place to go as an Arsenal fan.
Nah.
But next week, that is going to be
This
turned
week.
up.
This
man.
week.
Oh yeah.
This
Because
week, sorry,
because
that is
there's
gonna
so
be
much on the
turned up.
line. This isn't
Yeah.
even about anything to do with you. In honesty, the last couple of weeks, I've barely even given you a lot of second thought because it's so diabolical at what's going on
There's
at
so
my
much
own
going
club.
on.
There's so much going on.
The only
It's
thing I
nothing
would
to
say,
do
though, is
with
that,
that. I might
with-
feel that way after the game.
Yeah.
But this is solely you have to win games,
Yeah.
and you have to win home games. You have to turn that form around. And like obviously, us as fans, we are going to play a part in that. But those players have to leave everything on that pitch
The only-
because you
yeah.
don't want to be part of that team that takes this team
Exactly.
down. You
The only
do
thing
not
I
wanna
would
be
say
that.
about that, I'm going to give you that, it's going to be a call. I mean, Spurs fans are loud anyway. It's going to be a cauldron. But can you imagine if Arsenal score in the first couple of minutes?
That's
And
what I'm
all of that
saying.
energy It's
Was it-
just
But that's what I'm saying.
Was it at Spurs where you guys tested up playing crowd noise in a Champions League game or something like that? I don't know, a few years ago. I might be lying. Might have been Anfield.
that's probably you.
I don't
lot.
think that was us.
That's probably you.
It
lot.
could-
Us,
it
bro.
could be.
The camera,
But-
like the speakers would probably break.
No,
if
that
we
was
tried
Anfield. That was Anfield.
Was it
that was Anfield? It
Anfield?
wasn't us. But what I would say is because of the booze over the years, they turned the music up so loudly.
Yeah.
So loudly.
Volume 105.
It's insane. They just turn it up so loud. But
Yeah.
it's
I could see somebody getting sent off in that game.
hopefully it's for you.
I don't think it's going to be one of our lot. But I could see one of your lot. Because
Yeah.
the
the
intensity
thing is,
and
I was
the,
like, there's no one like
Gabriel should be.
he shouldn't even be playing in this
yeah.
game. He should have been sent off against Brentford.
Well, actually,
You
no, but
reckon?
no, he would miss tomorrow.
Why?
Oh
Actually,
yeah, he
no,
would
he'd
have
be
the
back.
second yellow.
Second yellow. Easy second yellow.
Easy.
Because he got a yellow card early on, and then there was a second.
Yeah.
Look,
not every foul is a
Gabriel-
yellow.
That was a yellow.
No, but that foul.
Not
was a
every
yellow.
foul is a
Gabriel,
yellow.
The
Let-
replay.
Laurie.
Have you seen the replay?
Oh, yeah.
Because Gabriel's face goes,
It was a
and
second
he
yellow.
thinks he's gone. He thinks
Yeah.
he's gone.
I
He
remember
turns
that
around and
now,
goes like
yeah.
this.
He was a lucky boy. Very
Yeah.
lucky.
I thought
boy.
the ref had a great game.
I
by
bet
the
you
way.
did. Yeah.
But not every foul is a yellow.
No,
come
not
on.
every foul is a yellow.
But that foul's
that
a
is
yellow.
that
But
was
I've got to
definitely a
admit,
yellow.
some refs might have taken a different view.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
and
leave it
should
like
have
that.
taken a different
In terms
view.
of our team, obviously I don't know yet what it is 100% going to be, but it will be again. It will be Spence. It will be Dragusin, Mickey Van de Ven, and probably Archie Gray because that's what we've got.
Oh.
It will be Polinia, Conor Gallagher, maybe Sarr,
That game's going to be nasty.
or Gallagher, Polinia,
Simmons.
and then you'll have Solanke, Tell, and then we've got one little space because we've got no Odebert because obviously he's done his ACL now as well.
Yeah.
He was starting to look pretty good.
He
as
was.
well.
He was slightly bright spark, which of course had to dim.
Yeah,
So I actually don't know, mate. Like
crazy.
Wow.
We got
unless you put Simmons on
I'm
the
getting
wing and you play
goosebumps
Sarr as
just
well.
thinking about
Well, there's
it.
Colin that's on the bench, but I mean, oh my God, he's been
And also,
dying as well.
if you want to know a prediction from my dog Alice, she should be in on Friday. By the way,
I'm not here Friday,
Yeah, no,
so-
you're not here Friday, but Alice will be, and she'll be hopefully doing a couple predictions for the games. But got a couple of super chats to get through. Ronnie Dodge says Arsenal are so robotic they don't score worldies, which is quite funny.
What?
We got Ronnie Dodge also. Ronnie Dodge is going in today. He also says Maguire, Shaw, Mainu, who deserves England call up. I think all three of them deserve a call
Yeah,
up.
I think they probably
All three of them
Shaw.
deserve a call up. Who else? Give me another England left back. We got Shaw, Hall.
I'd rather Hall all day long.
Yes, but you don't take one left back. You take
Yeah.
two. Is what I mean.
Do you think Shaw's
Chilwell.
been particularly good? He's
Yes.
got better.
Shaw actually has been very good this season.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been
I'd say
alright.
he's been a solid 7.5. He's had some really good games and a couple of
Is
pretty
that
poor
said through
games.
rose-tinted glasses?
No, I mean he started every single Prem game this season. All 24 games he started. He's played 90
He's
in
been
most
fit. It's
of them.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, it's World Cup Luke Shaw.
Yeah, no, true.
Like every
World
single
Cup
time.
year.
He is a good player, but hey.
Shaw will
we'll see.
probably end up starting left back for England just to due to a lack of other options.
Yeah,
I feel.
maybe.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with that. Than
Like
it being
Lewis Hall,
particularly
I like Lewis Hall. I think he's got a shout starting for England, but I think Tuchel might end up leaning on Shaw, just to be like what's the word? Experienced.
Yeah.
Experienced figure at left back.
He is experienced. He's physical. I'll give him that. He can play, but
He's a good defender, but yeah, no, we'll see. Ryan Glasgow sends a big super chat, and he says, "Hate on the eye argument to say CR7 way better than Salah in the Premier League. He's not that like it's not like saying Ronaldinho better than CR7 because I'd rather watch Ronaldinho than CR7. Before you say Ballon d'Or, Owen won the Ballon d'Or doesn't mean he's better."
well,
Is
these things are subjective anyway. So
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ryan Glasgow.
Well, okay,
for
what
the
you
super
can
chat.
say is that Thierry Henry never won the Ballon d'Or, but Thierry Henry is the greatest player to ever play in the Premier League.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. How he never won the Ballon d'Or? That is.
Steve says, Abby, HMRC don't deal with potholes. That's your council. Yeah, but your council get the money from HMRC.
And you also pay council tax.
And you
So,
pay council tax. Yeah.
If anyone genuinely, if anyone works for the council here, please do get in touch because I would love to know why we're paying council tax and there's still potholes everywhere or temporary lights.
I think
everywhere.
the reason why we're getting potholes is obviously this time of the year with the weather. It does.
But we've always got
the
potholes.
weather.
We haven't had a
No,
lot
it
of
is from
snow.
the weather, but still.
The reason why you get
referencing
potholes is because
Jesse
it,
Lingard.
It contracts and
basically
expands.
yeah.
So basically, you got to remember it's been raining.
But we've not had much, if any, snow, have we?
We've had
No, it's so
And that's
depressing.
normally
I
the
miss-
one that
I
really-
miss the days when England had snow. It was
Yeah,
so
but-
much fun.
Global
Speak for
warming.
yourself, mate.
Global
I hate
warming.
snow.
I know.
We're out
Really?
of snow
I
season.
hate
I
snow.
Guys,
love
we're
snow.
nearly out of the winter months. Just be happy. We're nearly out of it.
One of the reasons I went skiing was just so I could be around snow again. I love it.
Don't you like heat?
I like heat, but I also
like-
like snow.
What do you prefer? 70+ degrees weather or minus whatever?
Surely
Would you
heat.
like cold
Oh
or heat?
no! I prefer the summer, but I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
if it's gonna be cold, I at least want.
No, I do get
snow.
that, but I think I would rather it anything but rain. So I would rather it be
Oh, rain is
so
diabolical.
cold, but like the sun's out.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I
Or-
would agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I need. But ideally, we've nearly made it through, guys.
trust
We've
me,
nearly
when-
made it through.
We're almost
we've
there.
nearly made it
When
through
we
the
had those
darkness.
days in the summer and we were hitting 80+,
Oh, stunning.
I loved that. Man.
Stunning.
When
Oh yeah,
everybody
no,
else-
I am summer man through and through. If it could be something like I shorts and a t-shirt is all I need.
I
in
just
life.
think even
It's all I
as
wear.
far
Everything's
as
happy,
people's
everyone's happy.
personalities.
Even today,
Yeah.
it hasn't rained today.
No, it has, isn't it?
It didn't rain today.
I don't think it has.
didn't
It's
rain
been
today.
really cold. I went for a run this
Yeah, it was
morning. I
cold,
was froze.
but it didn't rain today. But even like this morning, you're in just such a better mood because you wake up and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's not raining, the sun's out. Like,
I went
it's
for a
cold.
run.
Have you ever
It was
noticed as
cold,
well that
but then
people
I felt
are
great.
just so much more affable in the summer?
Yes.
Just a lot
Yeah.
more
Everyone's
relaxed.
Well, yes,
happier.
because the sun and vitamin C
Yeah.
increases serotonin production.
Yeah.
why do you think I go on holiday so much, guys?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
We got more super chats. Ronnie Dodge also says, "We as United have chest because my club don't bully keepers." I agree. Ryan Glasgow says, "Abby, would you give up Europa League if Arsenal lost their Invincible trophy?"
No, I don't care about their invincible trophy. Would I give up the Europa League if it meant we can stay up? Quite possibly, yeah.
No, of course you would.
You think it's
Yeah.
not worth it if you end up going down?
If we were, we'd be in the Championship, Dylan. We'd be in the Championship.
No,
I'd
no.
be doing Preston on a Tuesday night. Oxford away.
And not only that,
It's the amount of content that we'd be able to
Not
make.
that I- not that I
it'd
think
be
it's gonna
unbelievable,
happen.
but
Beautiful.
still, it'd be
not that I
unbelievable.
think it's going to happen, because I don't think Spurs will go down, even though a lot of Arsenal fans would like to see that. But if you were to go down, trust me, you don't automatically come back up.
Don't you think
Because
I
for
know
a start,
that?
all of those players that are there now, they don't want to play in the
No,
Championship.
none of them have a relegation
Yeah,
exit
so
thing.
you're going to need
No,
a
those,
completely...
let me tell you, if we go down, and if I was in charge of this club, I'd be saying, you lot are not going anywhere. No,
Oh,
I'd
you'd
be
keep
saying,
them all.
you ain't going anywhere until you get us back in that league. You're not going
But you reckon
anywhere. Because
the
you've done
Championship
Poor
requires
Conor
a different
Gallagher, man,
set
just
of
signed a
attributes.
5.5-year
Look,
contract.
do you not think that I know if we, even if we start to touch red, right, and we get sucked into that, I don't back this team. I've always said this club in general has no mentality. I would not bank on us to come back up for a bit because I know that we don't have the minerals for it. Would I swap the Europa League? Would I swap the Europa League to stay up? Yeah, because we must stay up. This is
Yeah,
Tottenham
yeah.
we're talking about. Tottenham cannot be in the Championship. The fact that we're actually having genuine conversations about this is absurd. But it's fact.
Because we had joking conversations about this last year when
Yeah,
it was like
but
United
we were
in
still
16th,
13. We were still
17th.
13 points off because luckily for us there was 3 teams that were worse. But this year there actually really ain't much in it. It really isn't. Apart from
Especially with Nuno doing so well.
you know, like it's so terrible, this situation. Like last week I told you, last Tuesday, also last week was such a long week, right? I could not believe that it hadn't been a week since United. I couldn't believe that it hadn't been a week since that Newcastle game. It's only tomorrow 1 week since they sacked Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
Do you know how insane that is? Insane.
It feels like a lot's happened in that week.
Insane. It was the busiest week. It was
So looking at
yeah.
the table, Wolves and Burnley are pretty much
Pull
gone.
up our
Yeah.
fixtures.
But
if you
it's
can,
then
please.
it's
Yeah,
West
so
Ham,
I've
West
got-
Ham, Forest, Tottenham, and Leeds.
Yeah, so Spurs' next 5 fixtures, I mean, we can go through them and see how many points you think you're collecting. Is we've got, so obviously Arsenal at home. Like, how many points are Spurs getting? Any points that I know you think they're not?
No,
I don't know.
what I would say is, right, I'm really cognizant of what new manager bounce can be. I mean, we suffered it with you guys. I mean, 2 weeks before, you would not have beaten
It's momentum.
us.
Oh yeah, you'd have slapped us up.
Yeah, and it could be a similar thing with those guys. I mean, that is going to be some game next week.
Yeah.
I mean, first we got to take care of Wolves, and even that's not going to be easy. But I must admit, I am a little nervous about that.
Is that
Tottenham game.
tonight?
The Wolves game
Tomorrow.
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah. So it's Arsenal. Do you think
It's
0-1,
Champions League
3?
tonight, is there not?
Champions League tonight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
We'll go through the game.
Oh,
in a
okay,
bit,
fine.
Yeah. But
Tottenham have to take something out of that game.
But like, do you think there will be 3 points on the board in the weekend?
Tottenham have to take something out that game.
So So if we're for working out next 5 games, am I
Right,
adding
let's
3
go.
to this list?
Go with a point.
Okay, 1 point, and then Fulham away.
Tough place to go. Very tough.
Fulham are very good.
They're not in the
They
best run
can
at the
be
minute,
very good.
but they are. It's a tough place to go.
Fulham are good though.
They are generally. They haven't been.
Well, they got smoked by City in
They
their
haven't
last
been great
game.
the last couple of games, but
Yeah, but City have beaten them 20 times in a row.
no, I know.
No, but
I
the thing
know.
about Fulham is that they do blow hot and
Yeah,
cold.
they do.
That's
They're a
true.
mixed bag.
I
That
think
has to be a
that
win
game,
for Tottenham.
All right, let's say you do win that,
Let's
right?
call
That's
that 3.
4 points out of possible 6. Then Crystal Palace at home.
You have
You'll beat
to.
them. They'll
I
beat
think you'll win that one.
Okay, so let's say
that would be 7 out
7.
of possible 9.
Liverpool away.
Liverpool away, you're nothing.
No.
And then the big 6-pointer
But it's
is
at home.
Nottingham Forest at yours.
It's at home, so that's what I'm saying. These
You'll
home
beat them.
games,
You'll beat them.
you've got to take points. So
Yeah.
I would say
So
Great.
are we saying expectation then for Tudor for the next 5 games would be 10 points? If you can get 10 to 12 points in the next 15
Yeah.
in the next 5 games.
Yeah.
But anything less than that would be
you've got to
bad.
have one. You've got to have a minimum of 3 wins. Yeah.
which would be 9
9
points.
points.
And then maybe a win.
And
or
then
a
at
draw
that
somewhere here.
point, I would think, okay, we're not going to go down.
Carl B says, I like your hair, Abby.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It is clean, even though I have been at the gym, but it is clean. I washed it last night. Also, you should it's Chinese New Year's Day.
Yeah,
Happy
I heard,
Lunar New Year.
Yeah, is the year of the horse.
Year of the horse. The year of the
horse.
snake has finally ended. It was a terrible year. Lots of shedding. Lots of things ending. Oh, happy to be out of it. This is my. I'm literally been. I was saying it to Jace the other day. I was like, this is my year. I'm counting this as my new year because it just has still been not great for January, etc. So we're like, yep, this is the new year of the horse. Happy Chinese New Year to anyone who celebrates. You shouldn't wash your hair today. You shouldn't chop things. You shouldn't take out the rubbish. You shouldn't clean because then you're
Is that
washing
a
away the energy, the good luck to come into the year.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing. I watched lots of things on it this morning. Hence, I'm wearing red. When do I ever wear red?
Oh, fair enough.
I'm wearing
yeah.
red because red is lucky as well.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't wash my hair today. That's a win.
Don't want you.
Sorry,
Did you
yeah.
wash yours?
Definitely not.
When's the last time you washed your hair, Laurie?
Let's move on.
1980.
No, pretty much Tudor period.
The Tudor
yeah.
period. There's lots of things. I read lots of things about them. I'm quite like into all that stuff.
Yeah, no.
I like into my astrology and
And we'll get onto the Champions League fixtures. There are 4 Champions League fixtures tonight, but also first as well before is Barcelona, being the seemingly broke club that they are in talks or want to talk to Manchester United about buying Marcus Rashford for even less than the £26 million.
How do you feel about that?
Go away.
No, you
Go
need to
away.
get him off your books.
But it's the way of the 2 clubs agreed on £26 million last season. He's now played very, very well for you. He took a 20% wage cut or something to join you, so giving you the indication of the kind of wages that you want to pay. If you want him, pay up, because it's not like his form isn't going to get him a move elsewhere.
But you want him off the books, though, don't you?
Yeah, but he's going in the summer no matter what. But if it's not Barcelona and it's somewhere else, I don't get. Like PSG, I know for an absolute fact that they've wanted him for about 4 years. They've always tracked him, and like his agents talked to PSG a number of times throughout the years. And like
But Rashford wants to stay at Barca. That's obvious.
Rashford wants to stay at Barca, but it's up to Barcelona to then pay for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like Marcus Rashford can. I think he was like.
What would
alright
you?
with staying
What
at
would you
Villa.
take for him?
26 million.
I think that's
Not a
bargain.
penny less.
That is an absolute because that's
How old is
that's
Rashford
the
now?
29.
29.
29. No, he's turning 29 in October, so he's 28 now. Yeah.
I think
29
that's a
later this
bargain.
year.
26
it's
million
an
for Rashford
absolute
is
bargain.
insane. When you
Premier
think
League
about-
proven, 30 goal at his peak season, he's got 100
Palace
goals
just
for
paid
United.
50 for Strand Larson. Like
And
26
35 for Brendan Johnson.
insane, but thank
No,
you.
but there is a Premier League tax on
Although
that.
I wish I
there's
actually had
much
Brendan
more
Johnson.
money swishing around this league than on any other league in Europe.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
yeah,
crying
yeah.
for Johnson.
January and Premier League tax.
Yeah,
True, but Marcus Rashford is worth more than 26 million pounds. So if Barcelona are coming to us being like, please, can you give him for us for like 18 million? And said no, because if we don't sell him to him for 26 million, someone will buy him for even more.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
I think
I know
so.
his wages. He won't be 40 million quid or something. But if Barcelona don't buy him for 26 million pounds on the terms agreed by the 2 clubs in the summer for the option to buy, then like PSG or something will come in for him and they will pay about 30 million
But
instead.
it's not like you paid anything for him, though, is it?
Who,
Exactly.
us?
No,
Rashford.
You didn't.
He came through the academy.
Yeah, but we've handed him like hundreds of millions of pounds in wages.
Well, that's on the club, is it not?
No,
and also
no,
he
I
deserved
know.
it for periods of time.
Yes, yeah, no, for sure.
But the point I'm making is that it might make some sense to just get him off the books, let him play at the club where he wants to stay, and then it's just a clean cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just done, rather than messing around with other clubs and the player's going to get upset. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Just
I hear it.
take the
I
money.
do
It's
hear
not
it.
like
Yeah.
you paid anything for
Like,
him.
if he stays, I think Barcelona will cave and they'll pay for it. I think they're just trying their luck.
Yeah, they probably are.
But like
trying
on
to-
because obviously you mentioned like Rashford for £26 million is an absolute bargain signing.
Yes.
I want to do a quick rocket ranked on who do you think could be the 3 best value for money signings or players out there in the summer.
Oh,
Do you think? Because obviously there's some because for me, I would put number 1 if West Ham go down. I know I think
Jarrett Bowen?
No, for me it's Mateus Fernandes.
Okay, yeah.
Bowen could also be. I think I've said this to you before about how much I like Mateus Fernandes. I think he's an quality like squad option for a Premier League level side, for a kind of a top half Premier League level side, or like as someone trying to push into
Well,
Europe.
Jarrett Bowen would also be a brilliant option
You think how much do you think West Ham would take for Jarrett Bowen?
in the Championship.
Yeah, like let's say West Ham were to go down. Because I believe Mateus Fernandes might have a release clause, like a championship release clause in his contract of about 30, I've read.
I reckon like 60 comes to mind, like similar to like.
60? He's
Do you
getting
think
on a
they'll
bit
be
now.
able to
How old
How
is
old
he?
is he? 28, 29.
Bowen's 29, I think. Let me find out.
Well, again, he's priceless to West
Yeah,
Ham.
29. He's turning 30 in December.
I think they'd take.
See, I was thinking more 35, 40.
Nah. He's their star player.
He's their star player, but if they go down,
I'd say somewhere between 40 to 60.
you still think they could demand that much for him?
If you want him, yeah. Maybe closer to the 50. Same as if Forest went down and Morgan Gibbs White would be around for the same.
But then do you think 50, let's say it's 45, 50 million pounds for a 29-year-old striker, is that still good value for money?
I think in this market there probably is quite a difficult read on value for money. When you're talking about 50 million for Strand Larsen, sorry to keep using you as an example, or 35 mil for Brennan Johnson.
He scored a brace.
Like what you spend on players now is so inflated for the quality you get back. It's very rare that you get a player for a decent amount of money that you haven't been ripped off for, and they are as good as they say on the tin, type of thing. So I think that when you've got someone in Jarrett Bowen, 29 or not, Premier League proven, very good player in the Premier League, I would be more inclined if it was Tottenham, I'd be more inclined for Tottenham to go and spend 50 odd million on Jarrett Bowen, knowing what I'm probably going to get, rather than us go and spend 50 odd million on someone from Lens that I've never seen kick a ball in the Premier League, and and again, it might not translate well.
I'll tell you one player that would be much sought after if the club went down. That would be Elliot Anderson of Forest.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson,
and he's only 23.
Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah.
You know, Forest have got quite a few I'd pick.
Yeah.
Forest
Murillo
is a
would
very
be one
good-
to pick
like
up.
Nico Williams, for example, is a
Ola
Premier
Aina
League
would be
level
one to
player.
pick up. Yeah, they've got
sure.
decent players at Forest. Like
Murillo.
yeah.
It might be a free agent, I
They've-
want to say.
I don't know,
Murillo.
but you know, Ola Aina, like they've got good players at Forest. I'd say actually it's more. What's the word? I'd say there's. I think you get more change out
Oh, no,
of
he's
Forest.
not a free agent. I lied.
You'd probably get more good change out of Forest than I think you would in terms of West Ham.
Even Wolves, their young guy, Mateus Mane,
yeah,
he's only
Mane, yeah.
18.
Yeah, I feel like that
He's had a
could
good
that could
season.
be a good signing.
He's not
for
staying
the-
there
for
if
the
they...
future.
No. Trust me. If Wolves go down, he's not
Nah,
staying
he
at
ain't
Wolves.
staying there.
Yeah, but I mean in the way of like a club could sign him and then loan him to a championship team to let him play.
Nah,
I
he's
think-
Premier League. Have you seen him play?
Oh yeah, no. I think he's fantastic, but I think he's the kind of signing where he's already shown himself to be Premier League, like kind of like a very, very good. Obviously, he scored against West Ham and stuff in like I think their first win of the season, wasn't it? He's great, but I feel like that's the kind of play where kind of you want him to play just to get some minutes under his belt, some more senior football because he's so talented. It's
I
like
can't see him playing in the Championship.
But like for example, that's like what we did with Ahmad. At 18 years old, he was like scoring for Atalanta in the Serie A. He had like 20 senior appearances under his belt at a very young
Depends,
age.
I think, what
so
club
what we
he
did,
went to.
we brought him in, and then but I'm saying Mateus Mane can be signed. I think he could be signed by a big club. Like a big club should be looking at him, and then maybe loaning him out to the Championship to make him one of the better players and one of the best players in the Championship, and give him that. Like what? So for example, what didn't happen with Dibbling, for example, Dibbling was so good with Southampton, went down, Everton signed him, and then just kind of used him as a squad player, and he's completely fallen off a cliff in terms of stocks at the moment. Dibbling has, like, what was it, £100 million that was reportedly being asked for. They ended up selling him for 40, and Diblin's kind of disappeared at Everton slightly. I know I say that now I said that he's going to score against us on the weekend, but no,
yeah, but you are right about Diblin. He has kind of disappeared a little.
I remember we were being linked with him big time for our for right wing back or something, or for like left wing back under Ruben Amorim.
But it's interesting with Mane though, because not only has he made such an impression, he's
by the way, I think another ex-Man City academy player. Mateus Mane, I think. Yeah, I think he was at City.
But what's interesting about him is that he has represented both Portugal and England at under 18 and under 19 levels.
Yeah.
I wonder who he plays for moving forward.
No, that's right. I mean,
and if he's classified as English, that bumps the price up even more.
Who's that? Sorry.
Mateus Mane.
Oh, I don't know.
Balls player. Yeah. Carl is in the comments asking if you're single.
Who is?
Abby. Well, so Carl B4897. It's definitely a topic. I think we'll leave it at that.
Park it there.
Park it there for now. But before we wrap up, there are some Champions League games coming up. Well, Galatasaray Juventus kicked off 5 minutes ago. That's obviously currently still 0-0. But I think the fun one is Benfica Real Madrid.
Yeah, this is a good one, especially what happened at the end of the Benfica game last week.
Yeah.
The heroics from the keeper. We're going to see that
Incredible.
again. I mean, look, Madrid. This is their competition. It's their heritage. It's
Comments are backing Carl here.
What's Carl?
Which is one of them says, "Get after it, Carl B."
I don't think she's interested. I'm sure you're lovely, Carl. I'm sure you're lovely. Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
We digress.
Because it's two legs, and the first leg at Benfica. It's Jose Mourinho in knockout stages. It's Jose Mourinho in under the lights.
This is heritage. It's heritage. But you look, Real Madrid, there's a lot on the line for him. I know obviously it's first leg, but still.
He's catching Madrid at a good time because they're not
it's catching them at the right time. But this is where you've got to show your pedigree in this competition.
I find Real Madrid so funny, man. They've been in crisis for like 5 months, and they're top of the league.
Top of the league. It's the standards.
Like,
these are standards, guys.
These are the standards.
These are the standards. I fancy this to probably. I don't know. This could end up in a draw for me, and then obviously back at.
You'd have to make Madrid favourites, but I'd love Benfica to go through. I really would.
Do you think that like Jose Mourinho has something for this game?
Oh, I think.
Do you think he's been in the kitchen cooking?
Well, because especially it's against his old side.
Yeah.
Like
also managed by a player that he used to manage at Real Madrid.
I mean, I look forward to it. I've got the popcorn out.
Oh yeah, no, it's a game I'm watching tonight, 100%. But any score predictions for that game?
I'm gonna actually go with a draw for this.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
I was gonna go 1-1.
Oh, 2-2 would be brilliant.
I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
I'm going 1-1.
Benfica to score first, Mbappe to score twice, and
Benfica to go 2-1 up.
Well, I'd say Benfica go 1-0 up, and Mbappe then scores twice because it's the only.
Go 2-1 up, and then late Real Madrid.
And I'm saying 2 from Mbappe, and then so 1-0 Benfica, 2-1 Real Madrid, Mbappe brace, then Benfica score in the 87th to make it 2-2.
I'm flipping it round, and I'm saying it the other way round. I'm saying I don't know who scores, but I'm saying like.
Well, I mean, Mbappe seems to be Real Madrid's only goal scorer in the Champions League at the moment. Like, was it the game I watched a couple months ago where he scored 4? Again, who was that against? Galatasaray?
Can't remember.
I think it was against the Turkish team, and he scored 4 goals. It's crazy.
Consume so much football.
But also in the comments, do let us know if you've got any score predictions. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm with you on this one.
Sorry, that made me laugh.
I'm going 1-1.
I need someone who's good at cleaning and cooking and is neat and tidy. How did you know?
Is that
all those things.
Is that you?
I mean, it's not the standard requirement, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? How nice would it be if I came home and there was food on the table?
These are the standards.
And people put their plate in the dishwasher and they hang the towel up and whatever.
Everyone should be doing that, by the way. This should be basic for anyone.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned dishwashers because I've had a dishwasher now for a couple of years, and now I've got to the stage now where I barely use it.
There could have been such a joke.
What, really?
Yeah, I just tend to just wash them up manually. I just tend to do that.
However you want to do it.
I always put everything in the dishwasher.
One of my biggest pet peeves over the years has been, if you use it, clean it or put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Don't take it over to the dishwasher and then leave it above the dishwasher or leave it in the sink. Yeah. Put it in there because then when I get home, who's the mug that then has to clean it up?
Yeah, but anyone who ever soaks their dishes and stuff, it's a myth. Do you know
2
what?
minutes, it does work.
Fine.
It
2
does
minutes,
work
fine.
with warm water.
Yeah, but it only needs to be a few minutes. You don't need to soak something for 2 days.
Depends. No, not for 2 days.
Or like for like, or just like for hours and hours and hours after
Depends
after
what
a
you cook.
few.
Sometimes
You ever
if
cook roast potatoes?
sometimes
They need a good
exactly. I
soak.
was going to say.
You ever cooked anything
Yeah,
like that?
but like that's a few minutes, I think, max.
Nah.
I don't
No,
think
no.
you
You've
need
never
to soak
cooked a
it
roast
for hours.
potato. You've clearly never. No,
No.
I'm not saying Aunt Bessie's one that you've
I
taken
mean,
out the
I
pack.
have cooked roast
From
potatoes.
scratch.
You do it in if you do it in a glass. If you cook them in glass, then it doesn't stick as much.
Sure. If you have a perspex thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, then buy
you know,
one.
I agree.
In my humble opinion.
In your humble
Carl is letting us know that he's a wait. That says Goner.
I think he meant
I'm going to
Gooner.
assume he's saying he means Arsenal fan.
Gooner.
I want to move on from this because I feel like every time I say this, it doesn't keep quite going. But and then we've also got Galatasaray, Juventus, obviously Igor Tudor's old club, Juventus, his former club.
Did he manage Galatasaray as well?
Did he
Pretty
manage
sure he did.
Galatasaray?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Oh well, then
He's been
both
around
of
the
his
block.
former clubs.
He's been around the
He's
block.
been around the
this
block.
guy.
That might
Yeah.
be something that works in his favour then.
Maybe. Don't know.
Veteran of the game.
Who's the Galatasaray who?
Huh?
Oh,
It was
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray,
Oh, sorry.
Juventus. I feel like this is the kind of like
I fancy-
all eyes on Victor
Well,
Osimhen.
I think games when you're at Galatasaray, they're so.
I fancy
heated.
Galatasaray
I
for this
fancy
one.
them tonight as well. I'm going to go 2-0 Galatasaray.
Yeah, like I don't recognise half of Juventus's team these days. They've got like FotMob has them starting Weston McKennie up front. That can't be right. They can't be
No,
playing
I
Weston McKennie at striker.
No.
They've got Yildiz, who I think is fantastic. I think
Yeah.
he's signing a new. He's signing a new deal with them. I think like a 5-year contract.
Hurts your heart.
But I think at 20 years old, I think he's definitely someone to look out for. But yeah, 2-1 Galatasaray. I'm going this game.
Sorry, how do people not know how to use a dishwasher properly?
You put it in the.
It's genuinely quite simple. You literally just load the dishwasher,
Put the
Put a
tablet
tablet
in.
Put a tablet in.
and press on.
And on occasion, put dishwasher salt in there as
Yes,
well. By the
top
way,
it
to
up
keep
when
it clean.
required.
Yeah.
But
No, but you do need to be,
setting.
not just the setting,
How
but
you
how
layer
you
it.
load the plates.
Yes.
You get better washes when you put plates in certain
do, but
positions.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff,
do.
yeah.
But guys, it's not rocket
So maybe that's
But
what.
I feel like this is such basic stuff here. Like,
basic stuff.
Is
It's
what I mean.
literally
This is why we
washes
need.
it for you.
This is why we need DR Entertainment
I
because
know.
we can go through all of this stuff with you. We
we'll
can
do a
teach you guys how to use a
dishwasher
dishwasher.
tutorial for you.
Oh, you know the kind of clips that will come out from
I'll
that.
be like, this is how thick you lot are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we comment what super
Oh,
chats coming
good
and be
to
like,
see you back in the kitchen. Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
was going to say you've loaded it wrong.
Yeah, they would. You can't do
Yeah.
anything right in this world.
No, you
so-
can't do anything.
no.
I'm going to say Galatasaray 2-1 Juventus. You got a score
Sorry?
prediction? Galatasaray Juventus.
Galatasaray was quite formidable at home, so I'm going to go Galatasaray
Yeah.
2-1.
Galatasaray to win that one, says the panel. Dortmund are hosting Atalanta.
I think I said the other day I fancied Atalanta for this.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Dortmund kind of lost their way a little bit. Haven't they?
Yeah, I mean they do have Girassi, who.
I might actually go with like a 1-1 for this.
Oh, they've got Scamacca. Remember him at West Ham?
I do remember him.
One of the conveyor belt failed failed European strikers at West Ham.
Yes, I do remember.
He's got a really lovely goal, didn't he?
Is it me? But Italian players tend not to do that well in the Premier League anymore.
Yeah, I can't really think of one. I mean, Balotelli.
Well, even then,
When
I
was
mean,
the
his
last
career
time an
was up
Italian
and down.
player?
Actually,
Well,
think of it.
Calafiori's quite good.
Calafiori, yeah.
Yeah, he's done well.
Calafiori's good.
I'm actually can't really think of any good
There's not
Italians
been too
lately.
many that's blown up the
In
spot.
the last like 2-3 seasons.
I mean, a doggy's Italian, Vicario. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
said.
it. I don't think Vicario's
I
having
like
the
a
best.
doggy when he's
The
fit.
doggy, when he first
Doggy-
came,
when- a doggy when he's
he's
not
had a few
injured.
injuries though, didn't he?
Tonali.
Tonali,
thank you,
yeah,
Ken.
thank you. Yeah, cheers, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Tonali, who's basically being, obviously he's been linked with every club under the sun at the
Yeah,
moment.
he's been twerking.
Since deadline day.
Agents
Yeah.
have been twerking for him.
That's going to be 75 to 100 million pounds that transfer. But I think it'll happen somewhere. Well, apparently he's on our list.
I'm sure.
apparently he's on our list.
Yeah.
So he's agent.
You signing another not number 6 or number 8.
Well, for Declan Rice, you need to have rotation. He plays.
Well,
every
we got
single game.
Norgard.
You signed
Yeah, but
Norgard
there's
and Zubamendi last summer and suddenly need another midfielder. Crazy.
We don't need it.
Apparently Weston McKennie is indeed playing up front.
Okay, let's see.
Go on, Juventus. I'm going to go 2-1
one.
Atalanta for this game. And the final game, Monaco at home against PSG.
PSG.
Ligue 1.
PSG 2-0.
Yeah, I'm going PSG.
Where are
3-1.
Monaco in the
PSG
league
tend to
table?
score a lot of goals. PSG.
Monaco are 8th in Ligue 1. PSG are 2nd with
Yeah, 3-1.
Lons, by the way, having a stunning season up front. They're having a great time. Big up,
I can see Lons losing several of their players for next season.
Probably. I mean, they're
Well,
having
that's
absolutely stunning season.
Consistently what happens with the French league, isn't it? Because they just turn over.
I'm going to
so
go
many players.
3-1 PSG. I know it's away from home. I just think, they'll get the business done.
I've gone 2-0.
Every stadium feels like a home stadium for PSG sometimes.
True.
Apparently, they're trying to make themselves every Premier League fan's second club. That's apparently their mission.
Really?
I'll tell you
I was
what,
reading
though,
the other
they
day,
are
yeah.
very popular. I mean,
They're very popular.
You go on the tube, you see a lot of people with PSG
They're very
shirts.
Yeah,
fashionable.
because they've done
So fashionable,
what you've done.
yeah.
Launched a
What
clothing,
we've done?
clothing brand.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh, right, yeah,
Arsenal's
yeah,
clothing.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
spoken about it before. Arsenal's clothing is a lot of very good stuff.
There's
Very
a little
nice.
bit of, dare I say, je ne sais quoi attached to PSG as well.
Yeah, well, I think just kind of like the lure of Paris as well,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Like Paris, the city of love and co.
Paris.
Whatever. But regardless, thank you guys so much for coming on, Abby and Laurie.
Thanks, hun.
Been a pleasure.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys. Well, I think it's the three of us again tomorrow.
Just the three of us.
We
Maybe we
can
can talk
make
about
it
another
if we
household
try.
appliance.
We can just do a whole podcast.
Maybe we can get on the
household
washing
appliances.
machine or the dryer.
Oh, I hate washing
Maybe
machines.
we can get some.
I'm yet to see a washing
household
machine.
appliance
Actually,
sponsorships.
we'll save it for next episode.
Save
if you
it
want to hear
tomorrow.
our thoughts on washing machines, sinks, toilets, showers, and plumbers,
And plumbing.
do join us at 5 till 6 p.m. on Live at 5. Obviously, that's on DR Sports, Facebook, Samsung TV, etc., etc. My name's been Dylan. I've been your host today. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.
Let's go. What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.